Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special 2025 forecast reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find the information regarding that in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Aries, happy 2025. I hope that you are doing well. I'm going to be using a special layout today, which encompasses the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west. And I'll be using 3 decks for your reading: the Citadel Fantasy Oracle, the Messenger Oracle, and the Tarot of Mystical Moments. The cards have been pre-shuffled. I'm going to get the overall energy for the center of this compass for 2025. The Musician, inspiration and gratitude. That's probably one of the nicest ones that I've gotten so far in all the readings I've done all the water signs. Halfway through, fire, inspiration and gratitude. So the first thing that this talks to me about is creativity, but also vibration. Anytime you see instruments of any kind, especially like with strings, talks about raising your vibration, talks about communicating messages. Something important really needs to be broadcast in a way where other people are listening, absorbing it. I also feel as though you're going to be in a space of gratitude in 2025, like you, Spirit just said, turned over a new leaf. I don't know if you've overcome some personal battles in 2024. Spirit did show me some addiction issues or codependency issues or financial issues, whatever it is. It's kind of, they're showing me a little bit of devil energy. And that you have really worked on really hard on those things, and you're now in the space of gratitude for life, gratitude for yourself, for your resiliency. But it's almost as if now you want to kind of share your story to inspire other people. I'm gonna get a clarifier for this card. Yeah, 6 of Swords, King of Wands in reverse. So King of Wands is your energy, also shared with Leo and Sagittarius, but King of Wands in the upright talks about somebody, you can see here, marching to the beat of their own drum. King of Wands is very powerful, creative, very attractive, knows who they are, knows what they want, goes after everything that they want. But when the card is in reverse, it's kind of like showing me somebody who had a lot of false starts, who struggled with their own self-confidence. But these 2 cards together, 6 of Swords in the upright. 6 of Swords is moving away from chaos to calm, from choppy waters to still waters. And so these 2 cards together tell me, they kind of reaffirm for me what I just said, which was this space and place where you are not feeling like yourself, like you are not fully in your power. You're moving away from any toxic or chaotic energy that caused that feeling. You're rising above it. Right, this place where you might have felt like you were alone or on this like little island, and now you're rising above it. I also see here this star, very prominent. Star energy in the tarot represents healing. It's really, really beautiful. And it's coupled with this gratitude. But you're using your experience to fuel something, because there's also the word inspiration. You're using it to fuel something creative. So maybe, you know, maybe you had like a kind of medical issue or whatever, and now you feel inspired to help other people kind of overcome their battles with, like, I don't know, diet or deficiencies of some kind, something like that. I also see, Spirit just showed me like a vet hospital, not a vet as in animals, but like a veterans hospital, like serving in the military and helping people that have served in the military. You could have served in the military. So I see that. I see that very strongly because they're showing me a specific Veterans Affairs office that I've literally never walked into, but that is in my town. It's actually like a block from my apartment, so I pass it all the time. But they're showing me that office. They're showing me the sign very clearly. So that could resonate for somebody out there. And you wanting to like give back, to help, that's really beautiful energy. That establishes your 2025, that space in your heart, that gratitude, and using that gratitude to fuel creativity. So I hear a lot of honking. I heard a lot of honking, so Spirit, okay, confirmed. So I'm going to pull the 4 directional cards, north, east, south, and west. North, east, south, and west. Then, so all the directional cards are out, and now I'm going to pull the clarifiers from the tarot. Oh, 3 cards came out. Excellent. One more. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. I kind of knew that card was going to pop out. Yeah. Okay, let me just situate myself here on the table. So the north position. The north position talks about your overall goals and the themes for the year that you're establishing in wintertime months. And if you don't live in a place that has seasons, it's just the first few months of the year. The card is need and necessity. This card popped up, I want to say for Pisces maybe. Need and necessity. You can see here there's a lot of bird imagery, eagle imagery, yin yang, light and dark, moon and sun, third eye and growth. It's this sense of Spirit just said the word efficiency, excess. So not doing things to excess, which makes me smile because an Aries friend that is now in spirit, he once said to me that he was kind of a go big or go home kind of guy. He was an Aries, and so it kind of feels ironic that 2025 for an Aries, that this year might be one where you are not looking for a go big or go home attitude. And in fact, you're trying to pare down to the bare bones of what it actually is that you're trying to get to the heart of the matter, whatever that matter is. You don't need frills, excess, extra. Because it's almost like when you really figure out what the necessities are, there's a wealth to be found there. It might just be in a form that you're not used to. Right? Especially if all of this is kind of in the ethereal realm, in the spiritual realm. There's such a, it's an infinite wealth and an infinite space of resource. And when you can tap into that, the Spirit will provide you exactly what you need when you need it. For some reason, my eye right here is really, there's like a sharp little, like, it's almost like as if somebody's touching me ever so slightly with like a needle right there, right on my right eye. So I didn't have that pain before. It's gone now, but you might be experiencing something with your vision, with your right eye. Because I see, because these two eyes are closed. The third eye is open, but these two eyes are closed. So there's definitely a theme with eyes. But there was this little sharp pain, just like right there. Something that Spirit wants you to see clearly, but see perhaps with your third eye, your intuitive sense. Okay. Spirit wants me to say your powers of observation are absolutely crucial to understand how to identify karmic balance when it appears. So what does that look like? So if you, it doesn't even have to be about you. It could be about like something else, or like, you know, these moments where you see someone being really cruel to another person. Either they're making fun of them, or they're just being a D-bag. And they get their karma like right away. Like something happens to them, and you know, we don't wish that. We never wish that upon other people. But the universe brings things into balance naturally. It's the act of observing and understanding that will be key to you in 2025. Now, if this is happening to you, like let's say, I'll give you an example. A couple of days ago, the time that I'm filming this, I was supposed to start my vacation. And I haven't had a vacation for, I don't even know, 5 months. And I really was excited. And I had already delayed it by 1 day just due to some things on my team. I was going to start it on a Wednesday, and 2 of my team members called out. They both had excellent reasons, I assure you, which required me to go into work. Now, did I have to go into work? Could other people have just, would work have moved on without me? Of course. Of course it would have. Because I work in a place where you don't have a choice. It's 24/7 and you just move. But I recognized it as a sign. Spirit made it so that I would feel this need to support the team members that did come to work, not leave them in a lurch. And because I'm a leader, I feel that need to lead, right? But I recognized that Spirit did not want me to rest yet. They wanted me to work 1 more day. I needed to be at work. I needed to be present at work with those people on that day. I don't know why. I mean, it was a good day. You know, I was exhausted by the end, but it was a good day. Did anything extraordinary happen? Okay, Spirit. Well, there were some conversations that happened. I would not say that they were extraordinary, but whatever it is, this is just an example of me being very conscious of the fact that, wow, Spirit is putting a roadblock in my path to my vacation day, to just sitting on my butt in my bed doing nothing but eating like cookies and saying, nope, you gotta get up even earlier than you normally do, get dressed, put on your face, and get to work. And I was supposed to do that, and I recognized that. And after doing it begrudgingly, after a while, I was like, no, Spirit put me exactly in the place where I'm supposed to be, so I have to accept. And there's something to that. This is the kind of thing that you're going to be looking at throughout your year. You're going to enhance and practice and use that muscle of your intuition to be able to identify crucial moments in your life where Spirit is speaking to you through other people's actions, the actions of the things in your external world, right? It's clarified by the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is clarity, truth, epiphany, breakthrough, and it's Spirit giving you that key to unlock the power within, right? What I was saying that did I say that in this reading? That the universe is this infinite source of infinite resource. When you start to work that muscle, you access that infinite resource. This is the theme of your 2025. It's really heady. It's really big. Really, really big. And awesome. I mean, go big or go home still applies, I guess. Still applies, I guess. In the East position, which is springtime months, second quarter of the year, what is rising? What is upcoming? Seek the lesson. Seek the lesson. So immediately, this beautiful wolf energy. Wolves are very independent creatures. They're also leaders. Like if they're in a pack, they're leaders. But they also like to roam on their own at times. Green heart chakra, connected to the heart chakra. So I feel like in the springtime months, the second quarter, you're going to be really understanding your purpose. Like understanding why perhaps the struggles of the previous year were so intense, right? I think there's just going to be this really beautiful understanding and gratitude for the things that you had learned in the previous year, and you're going to use those lessons to inform your 2025. Like not making the same mistake. Okay, Spirit just showed me like a relationship thing. So if you were in kind of a chaotic relationship scenario, just as an example, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it could have been. There's, right? And the reason why I say this too, Knight of Cups in reverse. Red for the root chakra. Knight of Cups is in the upright is somebody that has an authentic gesture or message of love. In the upright, not so, in the reverse, not so authentic. So Spirit is this kind of reinforcing, okay, in the springtime in the East, what is upcoming. There's a little test, and that test, so let's say if we're talking about a relationship, 2024, you, something went down between you and somebody else, and it was kind of sucked. It was like, you know, maybe your heart was broken a little bit. You survived it though, because you're tough. And springtime 2025, you're met with a similar situation, and Spirit is going to a little bit test you to see, are you still attracting the same kind of person, the same kind of scenario, or have you learned the lesson? Right? So if this was someone took advantage of your beautiful heart, someone wasted your time, someone mistreated you in some way, then somebody else comes in that is kind of equally as alluring and sexy and whatever, and you're just like, okay, wait, this feels oddly familiar. If it's not a relationship, just apply it to what situation is pertinent to you. I think if you've learned this lesson though, because there's such a beautiful knowingness in these eyes. This beautiful understanding. Let me get a clarifier for the upcoming, what is rising this springtime. I could not have asked for a better card. Number 4, the Emperor, Aries energy in the major arcana. Aries, not only did you show up in your own reading, but whereas we reflected on 2024 and not feeling like we were in our power, when it comes to learning the lesson of who perhaps broke our heart, broke our trust, you're learning to stand in your own power, like truly in Aries power. As far as the tarot is concerned, you can't get any more Aries than this card. This boss, CEO, power player, leader, the puppeteer, making things happen in the way that they need. Thank you, Spirit. This is so empowering. I feel so empowered for you. What's the lesson? To stand in your own power, and you're learning it. It's gorgeous. It feels so right. I can't describe it. How do I describe it? It's like the key. It's like the key going into the lock, and that click, like everything kind of clicking into place so perfectly. That's how it feels. These two cards. Wasn't an easy lesson, right? But in the springtime, it's like you're gonna have this breakthrough. It's gorgeous. And it further fuels, what does it further fuel? Your gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, gratitude for your resilience. But again, I want to point out too, the word inspiration. Use everything that you've learned to help others, because you're very inspiring and you owe it to the world to share that. Share what you've learned with others to help. Like, allow that flow, that energetic flow to happen. That's good karma. That's good energy that you're putting out into the world. Right? It's not just about domination, although this card would suggest that. This Spirit is reminding me it's not just about domination. It's about using our powers for good. In the South, the underlying challenges, this is the summertime months, the third quarter. Wash away your burdens. Wash away your burdens. Clarified by the Judgment card in the reverse. So, this is a major arcana, number 20. This talks about answering the call of Spirit. Like your life's blueprint. Like, what are you meant to do? That's the reason why I feel like I was leading up to this, because Spirit really wanted to hone in on the paying it forward, the giving back component, because your challenge position talks about some residual, perhaps resentment. This wash away your burdens. This reminds me of the 10 of Wands, which is fire energy, right? Carrying a lot of weight, and how important it is to balance that fiery energy of yours out with some watery energy, right? There needs to be some emotion and feeling injected into the scenario in the summer months. This is the challenge for you though, because you're kind of like, I'm the emperor, I'm full steam ahead. And Spirit is saying, okay, but can we just take a moment to rest, to be right with our feelings? Because if you're not right with your feelings, it just kind of pops up in all these ways that you don't want it to pop up, like you taking out some frustration that you might not have expressed on people that don't deserve it. I'm a water sign, so I'm 100% guilty of that. It's a challenge every day. That particular thing is a challenge, and this is your challenge, your underlying challenge, right? Spirit is trying to suggest to you very strongly with this Judgment card that the thing that will help you to transmute your feelings is being in service to others. I feel this really strongly because the Aries that I'm thinking about that's in Spirit, I guess he's showing it to me. He volunteered for a charity, and Spirit is showing me that charity right now. So being in service gets you out of your own brain, you know, gets you out of yourself for a while, because when we're in Emperor energy, we could be kind of about ourselves. So in the summer months, Spirit is saying, let's ground ourselves a little bit and connect back with our heart as well. That's really beautiful. But it is going to test you a little bit, right? Because when we're in service to others, it requires us to use our time and our energy. And sometimes we feel like maybe we don't have enough time, but Spirit is asking you to carve it out. Make time. It's important. Right? And it's amazing here because Spirit is showing me the Wash Away Your Burdens card, and we end with the West position. What are we putting to bed? And the 10 of Wands card is right here in the reverse, clarifying change is unavoidable. Change is unavoidable. You're the first person to get, you're the first sign to get this card. So let me just take a look at it, because this is only probably the second time I've ever used this deck, so I'm not familiar with it. Thank you, Spirit. I see a lot of Celtic symbolism here, like up here and through the root system. There's a snake on the king. I interpret this as like a king. King's shoulder here, skull, a cosmic egg, a firefly, a sun, a moon, butterfly. A lion's head. And there's that third eye, if you can see it. The lion's head as his crown. Spirit is kind of suggesting that you're still going to, this is the fall in the West energy, the last quarter of the year. The Spirit is suggesting to me that you're still going to stand in your power as somebody royal, regal, strong. But the most powerful people are the ones that can also adapt to change. And that's being really cemented for you here. And part of that is releasing the burdens, right? Wash away your burden. 10 of Wands, releasing burden. This 10 of Wands is amazing because first glance it seems so beautiful. What a beautiful bloom and bouquet of flowers, but it's literally causing her back to collapse. It's so heavy that even in kind of ideal situations, there could be such a strain on the person that is in charge of it all, right? And you may be having issue in the fall months of releasing some of your power. For example, let's say you're an entrepreneur, but you are a party of one. You're your only employee. I have a Leo friend that was kind of encountering this for the past couple of years, running her business all by herself, and then she realized like she's getting too big. She has to hire people. She has to let go of control. It's difficult. It's difficult. Because you want creative control. You know where you're sending certain things and how you're interacting with customers and this, that, and the other. So to then hire somebody or ask for help, relinquish a little bit of that power, feels like, oh, like, can I do it? The Spirit is saying you must. It's part of your growth to trust. One, trust that you'll make the right decisions, and trust in the people that you decide on, right? If it's a business and you hire somebody, you're going to hire them with a lot of forethought and consideration and just being really mindful about the needs of your business and your needs and their needs, and coming to this mutual understanding. So I feel as though, you know, what is it that you're putting to bed? This sense that you have to do everything alone. Because you don't. You don't. So I'm going to get a final card. Advice from Spirit. For 2025 for Aries. Thank you for the messages so far. The Death card in reverse. Number 13 of the Major Arcana, Scorpio energy. The Death card talks about endings bringing new beginnings. And when the card is reversed, it's kind of like there's unfinished business. This is Spirit's advice. It's time to wrap up things that need a nice little bow. There are things from your past that need to be addressed so that you can move forward with this year free and clear. Free and clear. You want to be free and clear. So whether it's outstanding debts to creditors or people or karmic debts or whatever, you know what they are. Spirit's saying, do your best to bring those things to a close so that new bloom can form. Because right now, there's still some lingering issues. So just address those lingering issues head on. Right, so then we can move away from the chaos and the conflict and be in a space of gratitude. That's your reading, Aries. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. If you're interested in a personal 2025 forecast, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link. And if this is where we leave things, I thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time.